how exciting. So today I wanted to, instead of doing another Reiki session, which we've done 2 this week, I really wanted to go live and talk about healthy boundaries, especially, sorry, I've got like fuzzies flying around, especially when it comes to family members who are difficult to deal with. And I wanted to touch on that a little bit as well. The reason that I am coming to you with this information today is because I've had a recent onset of patients and clients, and even some of my close friends who've reached out recently, and they are dealing with the struggle of family members who are not allowing for healthy boundaries and really pushing the limits of those boundaries that are trying to be set. And I've had to do a lot of deep dives with my patients and clients and friends this week in particular. So I thought, well, gosh, if it's happening to a large number of the people that I am working with in my community, then for sure it is happening to people who watch these episodes, these lives. And I don't know why I called an episode like I have my own TV show or something. Anyway, but certainly it's happening to some of you out there as well. And since YouTube reaches further than just my local community, I really, really wanted to do this because there are people all over the country and likely all over the world who need some of this information. So let's talk about what a healthy boundary is. Boundaries, I think of them as like fences, essentially. Boundaries are where we draw the line, right? With friends, family, ourselves even. So if you have an addiction, for example, you would draw a boundary line with yourself. I am not allowed to walk, let's say you're addicted to alcohol. I am not allowed to walk into a liquor store. Period. End of story. There is, imagine that the curb in front of that liquor store has an electric fence, and if you go to walk through that door, you're going to get shocked, right? And so that will help you to somewhat keep that boundary, just having that mental image of harming yourself, harming your body in order to walk through that door and do the thing that causes the addiction, or that amplifies the addiction. And then healthy boundaries, as I'm talking about them today with others, is, think about how you want to be treated and how you want to be spoken to, how you want to be addressed, how you want to feel around people. And this is where we start setting boundaries, right? So a couple of examples here. So if, let's say your pronouns are they, them, and you have a friend or family member who always calls you her and she, or him and he, and you've told them, I'm not comfortable with that. I would like to be addressed as they, them, and they continue to put this off and say, oh, well, I don't believe in that, or I don't agree, or whatever the case may be. They're not accepting your boundaries, right? They don't have to believe in it to treat you with the respect that you deserve and that you ask for. So that's one example. Another example is, let's say you have a parent who smokes and you have children and you don't want your children to be around people who are smoking. And you ask your parent, please do not smoke while you're around my children, or, please change your clothes after you have smoked before you come over to my house to visit the kids, whatever it may be. And if they are like, oh, it's not a big deal. I just smoked in the car on the way over here and I, smell like a chimney, but it's fine. I'm just going to come in and I'm not actively smoking around your kids. So what's the big deal, right? And they push back. Those are boundaries not being upheld. They are trying to push against those boundaries and create new boundaries that are better for them, better suited for them. And that may not be a good thing for you. And so we really have to focus on what is the best thing for me. Because if nobody has told you today or for your whole life, you are worth it. You deserve better. You deserve respect. You deserve love. And you deserve kindness. Okay? So if nobody's told you that, let me be the first today or in your life to tell you that. And please believe it when I say it, because it is so true. Every person deserves common decency, respect, love, and kindness. We all deserve that, no matter what our story is, no matter what our history is, no matter who raised us, no matter if we have all the money in the world or none at all, no matter if we've, committed a crime in the past or we've never done anything wrong, which, by the way, that's really hard to do as a human. But you are allowed to change. You are allowed to better yourself. You are allowed to earn and have respect. Well, I say earn, and really that's I shouldn't have said that, because you don't have to earn people's respect. You should just be respected for being a human who respects other people. Now, of course, there are a few caveats to this. If you are not respecting other people, it is pretty hard for other people to respect you, right? So we do have to be the kind of person we want other people to be toward us. So that's also, we have to consider that. But yeah, maybe you have seen me before, and if you have, welcome back. Just seeing some of the comments here. So it's so important to hold healthy boundaries with people, especially our family, because a lot of times family members think they get this special pass to just kind of be whoever they want to be and do whatever they want to do because you're their, sibling or child or mother or father or whatever. And that's not necessarily true. They don't get a free pass to treat you however they want to treat you just because they're a family member. Just because you have similar DNA does not mean that they can treat you however they want without any say-so from you, right? So let's start setting some of those healthy boundaries today. It is super, super important that you understand how much you deserve to be treated the way you want to be treated, okay? So first thing is mindset. Have to understand that you're worth it, that you deserve it. You deserve everything the world has to offer. And at the very core of that is you deserve to be respected, loved, and listened to. And then second to that is learning to be the person who upholds those boundaries. So this is the hard part for a lot of people. We have a lot of people pleasers in the world. I am a recovering people pleaser. I say recovering because I feel it is a lot like anything else where it's like, are you ever completely not that thing anymore? I don't know. I have to work at it every day sometimes. But we have a lot of people pleasers in the world, and you may be one of them. And that especially makes holding a boundary very difficult, especially around family. So I always want you to keep in mind what is best for me in this situation or my family unit. Let's say you have, a spouse and children. What is best for that family unit when it comes to extended family members, right? And that is the utmost important thing, that you, your spouse, your children are protected, feel safe, feel loved, feel respected. And then you can go out from there, right? But it always starts with you and your core little family unit. So start with little boundaries. If you feel uncomfortable, start with small things. You don't have to start with like the biggest boundary you could ever hold with someone that you're terrified to introduce to that person. You could just start with something small, like, I don't know, like, please don't call me after 10 p.m., and start with something small. If you have somebody who always texts you or calls you late at night and wakes you up, you could always just start with that and say, hey, look, I'm already in bed. Please don't text or call me after such and such time. And if you're not sure if I'm awake or not, then just err on the side of don't do it, right? You can start there and then grow in your ability to set bigger boundaries with people. But that is the general message I wanted to send today. Please comment if you have any questions, any, like logistical questions of like, how would I do this in this scenario? I'm happy to make more live videos and talk about this more. But please remember, at the core of everything, you are amazing, you are worth it, and you deserve, just because you are alive and here and a human being, you deserve respect, you deserve to be loved, and you deserve kindness, okay? That is the core. And once you understand that and believe that, then setting healthy boundaries gets a whole lot easier, okay? So let's work on the mindset first. I'm so glad you joined me today. Always grateful for your presence. Thank you for the comments and the likes and the shares and the subscribes. All of it is amazing. I appreciate you being here so much. You have no idea how much I love when I see people jump on the live. And I will check in with you next week. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I will talk to you later. Mwah.